To make it do what it do, what it do. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you are coming on, please hit that like button, hit that share button if you're on a platform that gives you the ability to do so. And put in the comments what city you're watching me from today. Put in the comments what city you're watching me from today, because we're going to be talking about how to leverage. This is the key word. How to leverage the last few days of the calendar year. For those of you that are entrepreneurs and go-getters, you are breadwinners and you're looking for creative ways to leverage the last few days of this calendar year. That's what I'm going to be talking about with you today. So please do me a quick favor, hit the like button, hit the share button if you're on a platform that gives you the ability to do so, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Ramon, the squad, we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today is Tuesday, December the 20th, a few days before Christmas, and we live right here, still spitting game, because we want to show you, we want to be an example to you on what it looks like to go hard and go harder and even harder and even harder every day, especially the last few days of the calendar year. So please hit the like button, hit the share button, put in the comments what city you're watching me from. I love to know where you're watching the Ramonepreston Show from. I appreciate all of you that continue to support the show. For those of you that are part of our business and even ministry community, you might be a member of our tribe, maybe our church, or maybe you're just a follower of our ministry and business, or perhaps you're a client. You are a client in our mentorship program. You may be a student in our Millionaire Blueprint. Wherever you find yourself connecting with us at, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate all the eyes, the ears, and the time that you invest to trust us to help you take your personal, your professional, and financial life to the next level, and even your spiritual life. So I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. I'm your host, Ramonepreston, and every Monday through Friday, even this week leading up to Christmas, and next week as well, after Christmas leading up to the new year, every Monday through Friday, we show up here on this show and we share information with you. A lot of the information that I share with you is very educational. It is practical, because my goal, my objective, my dream, and my desire is to help you become millionaires and to help you build solid infrastructures for your business, your finances, and even your ministry if you have a ministry. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've been an entrepreneur and a full-time minister for over 20 years now. And my wife and I, we've been married for 19 years. And for the whole 19 years we've been married, all we've done full-time every day is ministry and business. We have had a lot of ups and downs in our business and even in our ministry. We've had to learn a lot within the last 19 years in order to get to where we are. But we've successfully navigated through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of losses and wins, a lot of successes and failures, and we put together formulas, we put together programs, we put together products and services in a way that it makes it easier for you to learn how to do the things that we've done, whether it's becoming financially free, whether it's becoming a millionaire, whether it's building a successful business or a successful ministry or nonprofit organization. We've done it. So we have the blueprint for it. And when we come on this show live Monday through Friday, we take incremental pieces of the data that we have, of the experience that we have, of the success and the formulas and strategies that we have, and we put it into bite-sized morsels so that you could get an idea of what we're saying and how what we're saying works. Listen, all you got to do is just go to my YouTube page. We have over 2,200 videos on YouTube alone. If you go to Ramonepreston.com, we have links to our training programs, to our university, to our mentorship programs, our coaching. We have so many different programs for business and ministry, and these programs are successful. Okay, we've successfully built them, number one, because we successfully use them and live them. And then we've been able to successfully convert them into programs that other people are utilizing. And so I just want to say thank you to all of you, whether you are a member of one of our programs or not. The fact that you watch the show is enough for me to say thank you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And I'm looking forward to hearing more success stories from you. Now, today I want to talk to you about how do you leverage the last few days of the year, particularly in your business. Now, if you don't have a business yet, but you do have a side hustle, and you're just trying to figure out, like, how do I get the most out of the last few days? So when I use the word leverage, I'm talking about how do you maximize, how do you get the most out of what you have? So whether you're leveraging debt, whether you're leveraging credit, whether you're leveraging relationships, it's the same way that you leverage the days that you have, okay? So today is December the 20th. That means we have 11 more days remaining in this calendar year, all right? Some of these days are weekends, but that doesn't matter. I want you to just look at it like, hey, we got 11 days remaining in this year, and I've got an opportunity to leverage the last 11 days of this year in ways that can push my business forward and can really give me a little more momentum moving into the new year. This is a conversation that I've been having with a lot of my coaching clients, mentees, and even students, and just people randomly that I talk to, because I want you to start realizing that there are certain times of the year that you have an opportunity to leverage because other people are contracting, other people are backing down. I just had a conversation with a couple entrepreneurs. They're not in my coaching program. They're just entrepreneurs doing their own thing. But in random conversations that I've had with them, guess what they told me? They told me, oh, we're off for the next 2 weeks. We ain't really doing nothing for the next 2 weeks. And I'm thinking to myself, are you telling me that you ain't doing no business for the last 2 weeks of the year? At a time when billions and billions and billions, like literally billions of people are going to be spending money for the last 2 weeks of this year. This week and next week, people are going to be spending a boatload of money. We have over 7 billion people on the planet. Whether they poor or rich, these billions of people are celebrating Christmas. They're celebrating holidays. They're celebrating the new year. And a lot of people are looking for ways to reset their lives, to forget about how crazy this year was. And this is where you, as an entrepreneur, as a go-getter, as a grinder, as a hustler, you need to step up to the plate and figure out the most creative ways to leverage the last few days of this year. Now, if you're a business owner, and you have done business this year, that means you have sold products and services, you've made money, you've had income and expenses, or revenue and expenses that have come in and through your business. The most important thing that you need to be leveraging within the next 11 days is your financial accounting, your bookkeeping. I keep telling entrepreneurs this because what happens is when you're not on top of your bookkeeping, when you don't have an accounting system set up and you don't track your income and expenses and you're really making money, you probably don't even know if you profited this year. You probably don't even know the math and the numbers behind your business. You don't have the analytics, you don't have the data because you don't house it in some type of financial management software. Now, if you do not have a financial management software for your business similar to QuickBooks, I want you to reach out to me today because we can give you a link that you could get up to 55% off of your QuickBooks subscription. Okay, so if you're looking for a financial management software or tool similar to QuickBooks and you would like to get a discount on a subscription for QuickBooks Online, I want you to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to send you over a link that you're able to get up to 55% off, at least for the first 3 months of your subscription. But the first thing that you should be leveraging as a business owner is your accounting. This is the first thing that you should be leveraging, your accounting, or another word for it is your bookkeeping. So what does this mean? This means that you need to do a end of the year assessment, analysis. You need to run your accounting, bookkeeping thoroughly to make sure that from January 1 up to now, with only just 11 days left, that you have been able to track all the revenue that has come through your business, or income and expenses that have gone out of your business, and so that you can identify with what is the dollar amount that's left. So for example, if you do your accounting from January 1 to now, and let's say, just hypothetically, I'm not going to give you no big crazy numbers because I don't know where you are, but let's just say hypothetically you made $25,000 this year in your business, all right? And you can show these are the $25,000 that you made from January 1 to now. Well, then you need to, this is income, okay? This is basic accounting and bookkeeping, right? So this is your income. Now you need to track all of the expenses. The reason why I teach my students and my mentees 10 steps to lower their tax bill by using this particular formula is because a lot of times when you're just starting a business and maybe you still got a job and you still have like a W-2 employee mentality or a self-employee mentality, a lot of times you're still spending your personal money for your business. You're still using your personal credit cards, your personal bank accounts, your personal debit cards. And a lot of times you do not have a financial management system like QuickBooks to enter and input these expenses or these financial activities. So I walk my students and my clients through 10 steps because you need to go back to January 1st, bring it up to now to see how much money did you make this year. And then you need to look at your expenses. And again, if you have a business, but you have not been working QuickBooks because you're not familiar with it, because you're doing everything yourself, most likely you spent cash for your business that you didn't track. Most likely you took personal income and spent it for your business that you didn't track. Most likely you made money in your business income and you just spent it personally and you didn't even track it as if you took it from your business. You need to reconcile all this, and you need to leverage the next couple of days to do this. And here's the good thing. If you need help doing this, we have courses that walk you through these steps on how to do it. We have video workshops that you can just sit down and walk through with workbooks to show you how to set up your QuickBooks account, how to configure it, to show you how to walk through the steps of reconciling your income and expenses to see what's left. And if that's not enough because you don't have a lot of time, my team and I, we can sit down with you. We have coaching sessions we can provide for you. We have consulting services that we can provide for you depending on how much work you need done and how much help you need within these next 11 days. But as a business owner who's been running a business this year, making money and spending money, do not go into the next year without reconciling your accounting and your bookkeeping. Don't keep doing this to yourself. So a lot of times it ain't even about you having your stuff together to file taxes, or it ain't even about you being afraid of Uncle Sam. Sometimes it's just about you having a peace of mind. Because see, when I first started my business, I didn't really know a lot about accounting and bookkeeping. I didn't know a lot about filing taxes and lowering my taxes and maximizing my profits and all these things that I teach about 19 years later. I didn't have all this information. I had to learn it. But once I started getting knowledge about these things, I used to have this fear. I used to have this like discomfort. I used to be like, oh my God, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to owe the Uncle Sam. I don't want to do something crooked and wrong. I used to have all these feelings because that's what ignorance creates. Ignorance creates fear. So the first point of leverage that you need to focus on if you already have an existing business that's been making money and having expenses is you need to figure out what that data is. Because in this example, let's say from January 1 to now, you made $25,000, right? And then if you calculate your expenses, let's just say your expenses were $20,000. Well, that would mean you have $5,000 of net profit. So if you just left that net profit where it is right there, you may have to pay taxes on that $5,000, right? Unless you go through a step-by-step process to probably be able to find other expenses that are business deductions and write-offs that you just overlooked. This is why education is so important. And you can't just keep thinking that you're going to find a CPA or a bookkeeper or a CFO or your cousin who does accounting work at a firm or on a job. You can't expect to think that they're going to always fix your problems. You, as the CEO of your company, you got to manage this. You got to at least be on top of this, so that even if you have somebody doing it, or when you have somebody doing it, you at least know what they're doing. So that would be the first PowerPoint of leverage that I would recommend you to focus on. Okay. Now, if you do not have a business, if you don't have a business, that means you don't have no LLC, you ain't got no EIN, or maybe you have an EIN, but you ain't got no business legitimately set up, you ain't got no bank account. Listen, I have been working with clients for the last couple weeks, and I've been trying to get as many clients as I can already pushed through so that they can have their EIN, their LLC, articles of organization, get their bank account open, and have their operating agreement and everything signed, sealed, and delivered before January 1. Because what most people who are not business savvy think is, oh, well, I don't want to start it this year because I want to go ahead and wait till next year. You can start your business now. You can get your EIN number and your articles of organization for your LLC. And if you want to put the start date January 1 just to feel safe and good about not putting it in this year, you can schedule it. When you get your EIN number, they ask you, okay, when do you want to launch this? Is the business officially starting now, today, or another day, or next year? You can do that. And you can do the same thing when you get your articles of organization with the Secretary of State. But this is a part of you leveraging the last final days. So don't wait till January, let's say 2nd. That's a Monday, January 2nd. Don't wait till January 2nd, Monday, a new year, a new business day, to get your business started and set up. That's if you don't have your LLC. Go ahead and get your business started and structured today. Because if you start it now, then that gives you at least a week and a half to get the process of structuring it done. So what do you mean structuring it? Well, starting it means your EIN number. I'm going to abbreviate it, articles of organization. You can get that done. You can get your bank account. You can get your bank account set up. You can get your operating agreement done. So you could get all this done within the next 11 days. You can have all this for your LLC set up in the next 11 days. If you don't know how to do it, again, this is why it's so important for you to connect with people and start learning to trust the people that you connect to. If you do not know how to do this, or if you don't have the resources to do it, we have many options. The first option is we can file and form your paperwork for you. We have a division that provides that corporate service. Okay. The second thing that you could do is you could join my coaching program, and I can have a one-on-one initial session with you, because that's what comes with our 1-year coaching program. And I can walk you through the steps on what you need to do so that once we leave that coaching session, you can go ahead and get all this set up. I'll walk you through each phase of the startup process. The third option is you can sign up for my online business and financial program called the Millionaire Blueprint, and in it I have courses and video tutorials and the documents to show you how to do all of these. How to start your EIN, how to get your EIN, get your articles of organization, set up your bank account, draft your operating agreement, and we even have the documents for your operating agreement already in it. So it's just your choice. There's no excuse. If you're watching somebody like me, you got all these lame issues. Well, I gotta wait. I ain't got enough money. I don't know who to go to. I don't know how to do it. If you got all these lame excuses, you're just making excuses for what you're unwilling and unwanting and not ready to do. This is not the time to make excuses. I don't want to deal with excuses. I want solutions. I want execution. Okay. So the start side of it, if you don't have it, is for you to do that. But then if you did this within the next couple days, then you have a few more days remaining in this year to start the structure. So what is the structure part of your business? Well, this is where you're going to focus on the most important systems. So you're going to have your financial system. You can get that set up quickly. This is going to be like a QuickBooks account. You can get your financial system set up. Most importantly, you could get a CRM set up, and your CRM is going to be your customer relation management software, which covers a lot of your sales and your marketing. And I can recommend you a couple CRMs that are basic, but they give you the leverage to integrate sales, marketing, and operations. So we've used a couple different CRMs, and we're in the process of changing to another one for 2023. But the one we currently use, which is what we recommend to a lot of our clients, especially if you're trying to get to at least 6 figures and get to a couple 100,000, moving towards $1 million, we recommend a CRM, and this CRM gives you the leverage to use to integrate rather your sales, your marketing, and you can integrate a little bit of your operations. Like, this is a game changer right here. If you just took the time within the next 11 days and leveraged it to start, and if you've already started your business, let's say you've checked that box, but you haven't really structured your business correctly in terms of your systems, even if you don't have a whole lot of processes put in place, just the basic systems, the operational systems, you are able to do this, and it doesn't take long to do it. And again, I can help you with this as a coach. I can help you with this as an educator, whatever you want access to. All right. So that's another PowerPoint of leverage for those of you that don't have businesses, or if you have a business started, but you don't have it structured because you don't have any movement. All right. Now, for those of you that have had you got your business already started and structured a little bit, you're already making money this year. What is another PowerPoint for leveraging the last few days of this year? Well, one of the things, and this is something that my mentor often tells me to do, and he reminds us about this all the time when we have our coaching calls and our mentoring sessions. He mentions that we should focus on the old or current relationships we already have with clients. So this is a powerful leverage. So the clients that you already have a relationship with, we're talking about old clients. We're talking about old clients that have done business with you, or current clients that's doing business with you. What you need to do is reach out to them and give them some incentive for lowering their tax bill. So for example, December, I'm one of those business owners. December, business owners who have already reconciled their financial accounting and their bookkeeping, and they know what their year-to-date already looks like in terms of revenue and expenses and free cash flow and taxable net income. Business owners like me are typically looking for creative ways to pay into the future. So what that means is I'll start buying stuff and paying for stuff in December just to get that credit on my deduction, so that next year when I do my taxes, I'll have all this money that I spent in December to lower my overall tax bill. So this is a good time for you to reach out to business owners or to clients and people that you already have relationships with, especially if they have businesses or if they have tax bills and they're looking for ways to lower their 2023 taxes from this year's income. Well, you need to offer them some type of tax savings program. Okay. And you need to at least introduce them to that. Hey, have you ever had a tax savings program? Do you know exactly what your tax bill is going to be? If you have a little free cash flow that you want to spend, we can go ahead and let you pay for all of next year. Let's say if you have a product or service or something that you're providing, and let's say if it averages $1,000 for 3 months of subscription, or for 3 months worth of work. If it's $1,000, well, you can just say, hey, listen, for $4,000, you could just pay for the whole year. I'll add an extra 2 or 3 services or 2 or 3 things to it, and you can go ahead and pay for the whole 2023 now and get that whole credit for this year. You get what I'm saying? Instead of spacing it out all the next year. This is something that I offer my clients. This is something that I do because I have businesses that I work with. I have companies that I work with. I have things that I need for my company and my business, and I'll start dumping that money out now so that next year I don't need to pay for the services because I've already prepaid for them. Plus, I got the credit to lower for my business deductions now. So that's a powerful. This is what a lot of people call like a tax savings program. Okay? This is what they call this, a tax savings program. And again, if you are on top of your financial accounting and bookkeeping, which means that you know exactly how much money you made total this year, how much money you spent total this year, and you've reset that and repeated and recycled, and you just kind of went back and forth again and hit the repeat button, go back around and make sure you've done it over and over again to get the correct number. And if there's a certain dollar amount that's net that you may have to pay taxes on, and if you have some free cash flow, that's where you can utilize for yourself, and you can introduce this to other clients as a tax savings program. So one of the things that my mentor also reminds me to do a lot, and I want to give this to you, it's really a PowerPoint for leveraging the last couple days, is instead of trying to make all these new relationships where you might not have time to build all these new relationships, circle back around to the people who you should have their information, names, numbers, email addresses. They probably never bought nothing from you. They probably got a free offer from you. You probably sold them a dream and they never bought the dream. Whatever the issue is, if you got people's names and numbers and email addresses, reach out to them for the next 11 days. Try to cover all your bases to see if there's anyone in your ecosystem who wants to do business with you, okay? Now, for those of you that don't have no business, you ain't been making no money, and you just started a business and you really didn't do nothing with it, what should you be doing to leverage the last few days of this calendar year? Well, I'm gonna tell you what you should be doing. The most important thing you should be doing is you should be building your CRM. And that means you should be focusing on getting names, numbers, and emails so that you can build this CRM up. So if you got 11 more days left, if all you said was, you know what, I'm going to just try to get maybe 5 or 10 new names every day for the next 11 days. Let's just say you just use the few business days you have. We've got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. That's 3 days. And then we got 5 days next week, assuming that you work all 5 days next week and the 3 days this week that's left. That's 8 days. If all you tried to do is get 10 numbers, names, numbers, and emails for the next 8 business days, by December the 31st, you could have 80? You could have 80 names, numbers, and emails in your CRM so that you can put a campaign together coming into 2023 to call all these 80 people. I mean, that's just simple. Because let me tell you something, if you do not have a CRM, if you ain't got names and numbers and email addresses, if you don't have this type of database or a lead board, at some point, you're gonna just flatline. Your business is gonna flatline, because in order for you to make sales, at some point you got to market. And in order for you to market, you got to get your name out. You got to communicate with people. You got to knock on doors. You got to introduce people to what you're doing. You got to give value to people. And if you ain't did nothing this year in your business, marketing should be the most important thing you should be doing. Period. All this other stuff people be working on. Well, I still got to work on my logo. I'm still working on my website. I'm still trying to buy the domain from somebody who got my name in a domain. I'm still waiting for the designer and the web person to call me back. It's just a bunch of baloney. You're just wasting your time. You wasting your time. Stop wasting your time, okay? Start doing your due diligence. So listen, all of this that I'm talking about in terms of you leveraging your accounting, your bookkeeping, getting a QuickBooks or some type of financial system set up, everything that I'm talking about, all this stuff about you starting your business, structuring your business with the right systems and processes, and even leveraging your relationships with your clients. Well, if you have clients and customers, people who bought, but you don't have some type of sales process, you don't have a script, you don't have a way to talk to them and communicate with them, all this stuff is going to make or break your business. I had to learn this stuff, because for a long time, I just winged it. I just thought, man, my character, my personality, my reputation, my integrity, my longevity, that'll sell. Yeah, it's only going to sell to a certain amount of people. At some point, you're going to need to get in front of new people. At some point, you're going to have to professionalize your communication, your greeting, your pitch, your presentation. At some point, you're going to have systems and processes in place. At some point, you got to grow as a person so you can grow as a business. Here's the good thing. All this information I'm talking about, I coach people on this and I educate people on this. So you can buy the gift that keeps on giving. Like if there's nothing that you do for yourself this holiday season for Christmas, it should be for you to purchase educational content or some type of course or program that can help you. Because listen, education, coaching, and mentorship, especially in business and finances, this is like a gift that will keep on giving. Because if you purchase a program or a course or a mentorship, like I'm talking about, think about it. It's going to work for you a year from now. It's going to work for you 5 years from now if you learn what you need to learn and put it to practice. But don't just sit on the sidelines and think that for some strange reason 2023 going to be an extraordinary year for you and you ain't did nothing to change it. It don't work like that. So if you are interested, or you might be more than interested, you're probably desperate. You thirsty. You like, I got to change my financial situation. I got to change my business situation. You need to accept and admit that, okay, I don't know enough about business and money. That's why I don't have enough business and money. So if you don't know enough, that means you need to learn. You need to educate yourself. And I give you multiple options. You can get access to my educational program. It's called the Millionaire Blueprint. Everything that I just talked about today is included in that Millionaire Blueprint. I can show you how to start and structure holding companies, LLCs. I can show you how to integrate systems and processes to that business for your sales, for your marketing, for your financials, for your operations. I can show you how to actually build a organizational infrastructure or a general operating system for your business so that you can really have a literal business started and structured that can scale at some point. But guess what? You ain't gonna have none of that if you don't make the commitment to gift yourself. You need to gift yourself something. That's the gift that keeps on giving. So I would love to have an opportunity to speak to you, because you shouldn't have to wait until next year to get your business and your finances together. So what you need to do is you need to text the word millionaire to me right now, and I'm going to reach back out to you, or one of my team members will if I'm still back here preoccupied. But we're going to just reach back out to you if you text the word millionaire to this number. And what we're going to do is we're going to just ask you a few questions to see what exactly do you want to get done. What's your biggest pain point? What's your biggest roadblock right now in your business and in your finances? Maybe it's because you don't have a business, or maybe you started it, but you don't know if it's structured right. Maybe you started it and structured it the best way you could, but you're not making money. You don't have any systems and processes in place. Like, this is what we specialize in. This is what we do every day. This is like the butter to our business. Helping people start structure so that they can scale. And that's all about systems, infrastructure, processes. It's about the things that most entrepreneurs don't think about and don't pay attention to and never invest any money in. So just text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. I'm going to do my best to be here all week leading up to Christmas Day. Leading up to, this weekend. But today is Tuesday, and we're here, and we want to help you. And you shouldn't wait to January 1 to implement and execute your New Year's resolution. If business and money is a part of your New Year's resolution, I want to show you how to leverage the last few days so that by the time you get to January 1, you already got momentum. Some of you, if you just take what I said today and put it to practice, you'll see more money before the year is out. You will see more activity. But you got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to learn and educate yourself. I sat down with a new client of mine yesterday. We had our first initial coaching session for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And by the time we got like an hour in, you know, this client was just telling me how they've wrapped their minds around the concept. They get it. They understand what they have to do. And I didn't even have to go back around and explain it again. They were like, no, here's what I need to do. I need to be educating all the time. I need to be building my infrastructure, and I need to work on my products and services and my marketing and so forth and so on. And like they laid it all out back to me, and I'm like, oh, you got it. Now all is just a matter of you executing it at the highest level as many times as you can throughout the days. That's it. And I guarantee you, a year from now, you won't be where you at. Simple as that. And I'm gonna hold you accountable. So I want that for you. And whether it's me coaching you, mentoring you, or just coaching and mentoring you virtually through my educational programs, I want to give you access to it. So just text Millionaire to the number there. And we're going to be back here tomorrow. And for the next few days that we have remaining in this year, we're going to show up, we're going to share information with you, and we're going to set you up so that you can move into 2023 with confidence, with courage, with boldness, with intelligence, with the business and financial savvy that you need, but also with the strategies and the solution and the formulas that we know works. So I want to hear from you today. Text Millionaire to 404-478-7213. I appreciate you for joining the show. Do me a quick favor, even before you leave this live, and text the word millionaire to the number. Put in the comments what your biggest takeaway is from today's show. Like, what is the one thing you heard today among all the things that you heard that you feel like, okay, that was my one big takeaway. I came on here to hear that one big thing. All right. I know it's many things you heard, but what is the one thing that you say, okay, I had to have that one. I needed the other 8 or 9, but I definitely needed that one. So put your biggest takeaway in the comments, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon Eastern, right here on the Ramonepreston Show.